Right, so I had been wondering when we were going to hear again from T Grizzly. Now, look, if you've been following either one of my channels or if you've been following Poetic Flacco's channel, you'll know that there's been a whole big crazy rumor all about whether or not T Grizzly had something to do with the murder of his aunt Jabina Brown. Okay, I covered this in several videos on this second channel, and then I also did a full breakdown on my main channel. Did T Grizzly kill his aunt? We went through all of the theories, all of the evidence, all of the connections between T Grizzly and the Chicago Gang 600, where the man accused of killing JB, Wu Thang, actually hails from. And it was pretty damning, okay? As I said at the end of that documentary, we can't know for sure. And I think this, it could be true, or it could be a case of social media running with things, taking things a little bit too far. On a personal level, I do think things look a little bit shady, okay? Things do look a little bit twisted, and there's just a little bit too many strange coincidences around this case that definitely has me giving T Grizzly the side eye. But he's finally popped out. Okay, he's finally popped out. He's addressing the rumors on a new song called Back to Michigan. Okay, now look, I know T Grizzly likes to be doing copyright strikes, so I'm not even sure I want to play you the visuals for this. Okay, but this is a very fly high budget music video. He got the blood red Escalade. Now that's an interesting creative decision. He got the beautiful home, the mansion in Michigan, the saltwater pool. As we're going to discover from his lyrics, okay, he actually claims that he had to flee California because of the fires, and he moved his family back to Michigan. But he dropped a couple of bars on this song that I wouldn't be surprised if were very low key ways of him kind of speaking on what's been going on and what's been said about him. So let's take a little look at some of these lyrics, okay? I haven't been able to find like the best version of these lyrics, but this is A to Z lyrics. It hasn't made its way to genius.com yet, but essentially T Grizzly low key addresses some of what's going on. Okay, he says, young and asking for $1, I got all blues, I gave him a Benjamin. Cali was catching on fire, I had to take the family back to Michigan. So he's basically saying that because of the fire, he had to go back to Michigan, and with everything that's going on, it probably is a weird time to be back in the city. He's talking about all the money he's made. He's saying that they're trying to give him $20 million for his penmanship. So maybe he's up for a new deal. Maybe he's got new albums on the way and he's trying to negotiate a big $20 million deal. So salute to him. Who knows? He might need some of that money for lawyer fees if some of these rumors are to be believed. But anyway, all right. He has a bunch of lines talking about how, bitches used to laugh at his clothes. Now they find him interesting. He's saying, I can't stand unappreciation. Baby, you got to adore me. And he's saying all of the stuff I do for his wife, you should thank God for you letting you score me. And then I don't know if this is talking about the ops, whether this is talking about YouTubers, whether it's talking about people like me, but he says they do anything for attention. They thinking they lit, whole time corny. He said, I don't really seen K-rounds at the playground. That's a true story. Now, I think the lyricism on this song is actually very good. I think T Grizzly is a genuinely impressive artist. I listened to his whole catalog when I did the video about him. And, there's no disrespect to his artistry. Now, I thought this was interesting. He says, Louis pants cost me 4 G's. On the op's head, that's some more cheese. Now, I don't know. He's talking about it's at least $4,001 that he's spending to get hits done. I don't know. He's spending 4,000 on the Louis pants, and he's spending some more cheese on the op's head. So he's still talking about putting money on people's head, in spite of all of the strange comments that we picked apart in the previous video about him saying that he'd put $1 million on the heads of the person that killed JB. It doesn't look like anything ever came of that. So he's still saying, he's still bold. He's still saying, look, I'm putting money on the ops' heads. All right. Saying stood over in the trenches while I'm in the Mediterranean snorkeling. So he's getting all over the world. He's not worried about all the nonsense that's going on in the trenches. He's bragging, saying, look at all this money. I look at my mama. I can't believe you was about to abort me. Saltwater pool, because I think of cheap hotels when I smell chlorine. Now, that's a bar. I've been in a saltwater pool one time in my life. Okay, so, bruh, I'll be in all the cheap hotels. I ain't going to lie to you, bro. But he talks about, I show love and loyalty often. I see all of my dudes as bosses. I won't give you no reason to cross me. So if you do, your head come in office. I feel like maybe that's a bad translation, but he's saying, I'm coming for your head if you cross me. I don't know if anyone crossed him in the past. Anyone from his family crossed him in the past. He says, I woke up in a bed with a baddie. She wanted some breakfast, so I fed her the sausage. Sometimes I don't want to talk. It ain't because I'm moody, bitch. I'm exhausted. And I wonder if that's a reference. He's exhausted of all of the rumors about him. Now, he goes on to brag more about all the money that he's spending. And he says, I spent $450 on a chain, another $600 on some earrings. Very bad investments, to be honest with you. And how have you spent $450,000 on a chain, a big-ass chain, but only $600 on some tiny little earrings? I don't know. I'm going to have to see those earrings. It said, it ain't no love in this thing for real. I keep these bitch N-words from near me. I don't give a F what dudes say about me. Now, that's got to be about people like me and Flacco and Seti Nash that have been talking about it. But he doesn't care. He doesn't care what anyone says about him because he just made another $8 million. Okay? 10 millis, 100 racks. They come act silly. Escalade V-ski, effing up the street ski. Only letting bitches eat me if they keep stuff P-ski. Dudes know I'm in the field, stay out the way because I'm on it for real. So in spite of all these rumors, he's saying dudes know I'm in the field. They know I'm putting bags on people's heads. And I got to stay out the way because I'm really in it. I'm in it for real. This is deep for me, all right? And I feel like that's quite revealing. He says, baby boy, I'm going to be broke if I chill. I grind so you and your brother can live. He said, daddy, you tired? You got no idea. So much BS come with this, but for you, I won't give it up. So he's saying this fame thing comes with a lot of BS. Now, he's the only person I ever heard of having an accusation like this. So I don't know if that's BS that comes with this or whether that's his specific situation. But as we can tell from the lyrics, he's tired of the BS. He's tired of all the talking about him. He says, they used to ignore us, but now I know they see us. I don't pass out money, but I'm doing it right now because young and asked for $1. I got all blues. So that's a true story. I really seen K rounds by the playground. That's a true story. Okay, so look. T Grizzley clearly came up tough. I broke it down in my whole video about his backstory, how difficult he had it growing up, how hard it was for him coming out of the trenches of Detroit, joining a robbery crew, getting involved in the streets, seeing his family incarcerated, losing friends and loved ones to the streets. So I do have the utmost sympathy for T Grizzly's story and everything that he's been through, but these allegations are some of the craziest shit I done ever seen in this rap game, okay? But he's finally clapping back. He let everybody know how he's feeling on the song, and I did think there was some pretty interesting comments on this video. So let's have a look, man. Let's have a look at some of the top comments, and let's have a look at some of the recent comments. There's so much stuff here. All right. People saying he's the boss. They're saying this is hard right here. This is tight. Grizzly, true story. Now, this is a comment coming from my head top. Seti Nash, Poetic Flacco, and Trap Lil Ross all went to the next topic after accusing this dude of murder. Black journalism is wild. Now, I'm not black. I don't see there need to be any kind of journalism segregation as people seem to want to have. You know, people talk about me. They talk about, oh, you're a white journalist, bro. It don't matter whether you're black, white, green, alien from the planet Pluto, we're futuring them, okay? It's all about the information, and I'm calling it how I see it, and I'm not going to lie. All the stuff that I saw about T Grizzly, his connection to 600, the disappearance of his, not the disappearance, but the murder of his aunt, and just how this story ended up just being swept under the rug, his strange behavior in those interviews, it is what it is, okay? And we didn't just move on to the next topic, all right? I did move on to other topics, but also because there ain't nothing new. I'm back on T Grizzly. He dropped a song. He's addressing what's going on, and I'm here. I'm outside. I'm actually here on the same topic. So that just proves that that comment is cap. But yeah, people are saying the song is remarkable. This the first song from the dude that I can F with. People saying they need another episode in the robbery series. Let's see the top comments. People saying run it up. Can't stand underappreciation, baby. You got to adore me. They're loving the lyrics. The lyrics are connecting. All right, T really one of them MFs who don't miss. He is hard. This why you my favorite rapper from the USA. Love from a UK, England. Nottingham in the house, man. Knots in the building. Shottingham in the building. If you know anything about Shottingham, man. Come on. They're saying shit hit different when you understand it. This that old T Grizzly. T Grizzly doesn't miss maturation music at its finest. If you live long enough, you'll understand nothing is more important than your family. All of the family, like every member, like your mama, your papa, maybe your mother's sister, like your aunt, like, I don't know. Anyway, it wasn't his blood aunt. But anyway, this, that, mama, we made it music right here on the saltwater pool. I ain't going to lie. This is the first song I can rock. We already read that one. Every time someone likes my comment, I'll watch it again. Get your ass back to YouTube and watch that again, my dog. All right, people saying, damn, Grizz, I love seeing how far you've come since first day out. My boy, keep climbing. It's a beautiful thing seeing happy, healthy family. Congrats, brother. You and all your family deserve it. His music is a breath of fresh air. He ain't missed all year. Big dog of the Midwest. But keep going, everyone. T Grizzly's evolution could inspire you. Be inspired. Keep going and grind. Thank you, T. They're saying thank you, T. People are loving it, honestly. It's pretty overwhelmingly positive. There's not any hate in there. There's not any aunt slander in there. You know, so who knows? Maybe the comments are moderated, or maybe people just unanimously love this track. Okay, people saying they got it on repeat. They rocking with him. They're rocking with the visuals. They're rocking with the success. They need Robbery Part 10. But look, we have been tracking T Grizzly's movements very closely. They're going to say I'm the feds. They're going to say I'm the FBI. I'm just a fan trying to get to the bottom of this whole situation, man. You was making all these songs about your aunt, and no wonder we looked into the story, because we were as interested as you were open to share it with us. But look, this is the latest from T Grizzly. It was a very low-key, a very subtle response, but I wonder whether he's going to clap back, whether he's going to have more to say about this situation eventually. And I just personally will be following along. If he drops an album, I'll be breaking that down in great detail, because that's what I do, baby. All right, but T Grizzly's back outside. He's got more fire music out there. I got to salute the work rate, the music. He's doing his thing. But yeah, he had a couple of choice words in there. I'm not gonna lie, he might have had a little sneak diss for the content creators that have been talking about him. I'm just calling that how I see it. Okay, I feel like that's what people are feeling about it. So they're saying T Grizzly can't miss. You tell me what you guys think in the comments, man. If T Grizzly drops again, if he does an interview, any of that stuff, you know we'll be reacting to that. We ain't moving on. We're just waiting for new clues to drop. And T Grizzly just dropped a big something on our head. And according to his lyrics, he's also dropping bags on people's heads still. You know what I'm saying? With a minimum of $4,000, and apparently, you know what I'm saying, Louis pants cost $4,000. Hits cost any amount of numbers beyond that. I don't know. That would be pretty cheap for a hit. I never bought a hit. I've never bought a hit, so I don't know what a hit costs. But you guys, let me know what you think down below. If you think that T Grizzly really did what they say he did. I haven't seen anything to like crazily disprove it, but also it's not been proven in a court of law yet. So right now it is still all fan-based, fan-focused speculation. But anyway, I'll be back in another video. I'm going to try and squeeze off one more video for you guys today. I just got to decide what topic to do it on, and I'll be back tomorrow with even more topics, because we grinding. I ain't stopping, all right? I'm trying to keep abreast of every story that I'm interested in. I might even fuck around and just do some more random stuff. I might even just do a video just telling you a little personal life story or something like that. So if you want to hear that, let me know. I'll be sure to update you guys with some more content, all right? And until next time, out of here. Peace.